Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Viking, of course, and I got another movie review for you today. And the movie is Let 'Em Go, starring Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. And no, this isn't a Man of Steel prequel. This is a new movie. Now, of course, if you're a fan of Man of Steel, you'll know that these two actors, these great actors, played Kal-El, Henry Cavill, Superman himself's parents in the masterpiece Man of Steel, and you can really feel their chemistry carries over from that movie. You can feel a connection between the two, and you can feel for these two characters brilliantly. The plot: a retired sheriff and his wife, grieving over the death of their son, set out to find their only grandson. Now, I didn't watch any trailers for this, no TV spots, didn't even read the plot. All I knew about this movie was the poster, and I got the opportunity to sit down and watch this movie. I was expecting a drama, lots of dialogue, lots of emotion, stuff like that. That's what I was expecting, but I got that and a lot more. I got interesting characters, engagement in the storyline, very tense moments. Cinematography was brilliant. Overall, I really loved this film. I was engaged from minute one to the very last minute. The story is so interesting, it's so engaging, and you really feel for these characters from the very first minute, and you're brought upon this journey with them, which is amazing. Now, of course, they want to find their grandson, who was just gone missing out of nowhere. So their son's wife, who's now a widow, she meets a new man, they get married, and this new man isn't the best person. He's not. He takes the young girl away. He takes their grandson away. They just go without saying goodbye. So Diane Lane's character, you can feel for her that she's missing her son. She really is. And the replacement for her son, more or less, was her grandson, and she had a great connection. And she was a mother again towards that grandson. But now it's just snapped from her fingers. And Kevin Costner can see this, so he agrees. Look, we'll go look for the grandson. We'll go look for the young girl. We'll go look for wherever they are and try and bring them home. So that's what the journey is, and it's a pretty simple story on the surface. But overall, this film, it just revs up. It gets tenser and tenser. It really does. And there's some very tense moments. There's a tense moment around a dinner table where you feel like you want to hit someone. You feel like you want to get up off your seat and do something about what's happening on scene, but you can't. And that's how much you feel invested into these characters. And there's another scene shortly after that where you want to do something. You really do. You can feel your emotions going. You can actually feel angry. That's how I felt, and I'm sure you'll feel the same, because some of the scenes in this movie are hard to watch. They really are. And I was not expecting so much action, so many of those intense moments from this type of story with these actors who were a little bit older, and I really loved it. So they eventually find the grandson, and they come across the guy's family that's now married to their son's old wife, and they're not good people. They're really not. And there's some very good actors in this film. Now Kaylee Carter plays the widow. She has a very good role in the movie, but also probably a standout is a character, Leslie Manville, who plays Blanche. She's the mother of all these about 3 or 4 sons. She's the mother to the man who brought the grandson to their family home, and she is a bad person. She isn't too good. She is very controlling. Her sons do exactly what she says. She's all about respect, and she's very intimidating. And she's the one who told her son to come home with the young boy and live here. So there's some intense moments. Diane Lane's character, the acting from Diane Lane is brilliant. Kevin Costner, again, an old Western hero, absolutely brilliant in this film again. And there's some good action, especially in the third act of the movie. Some really good action and some very intense moments. There's also a pretty interesting character played by Bobo Stewart. His character, Peter Dragswolf, he's kind of an Indian, a loner, and they come across this character halfway through the movie, and he is kind of like another son to Diane Lane. You can see that Diane Lane just wants to be a mother. She wants to love again, and she misses her son so much. But overall, this movie is pretty well directed. It's pretty well written. These actors can't give a bad performance in their lives. If these actors are in a movie, you know exactly that it's going to be a great movie, or their performances at least are going to be great. And that's exactly what this movie is. I was not expecting to have such a good time with this movie, to be engaged with the characters. You feel like you're in the film. I'm interested to see if any of you guys have seen this movie or planning on seeing this movie, if you felt the same way, because you really were invested to the story. You felt for the characters so much. Their connection, their love was there to be seen. It feels like you've known these characters for years, and that's kind of funny as well, because we've seen them from Man of Steel, and we'll see them in Batman v Superman, we'll see them in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But the overall story for this is heartfelt. It tugs at your heart, and if it doesn't, I'd question your humanity, because there's some very heartfelt moments in this film. But basically it's a simple story, and they go along this journey. They have to deal with corruption from cops. This family isn't a good family, and they just want their grandson back to love. But I would say sit down and watch this movie, get ready to be invested with these characters, get ready to really feel for what's happening on scene, in each scene, because each scene has moments where your emotions are sky high, whether you be angry, whether you be sad, and it definitely will. And that tense moment I'm talking about around the dinner table, when that comes, you'll feel it inside. You really will. And that's what I did for this film. But guys, have you seen Let 'Em Go, starring Kevin Costner and Diane Lane? A pretty great film that I'd probably watch again. It's just the performances, everything about this movie is pretty great. And there's some unbelievable cinematography shots of just landscape, of just the area that they're in, with no dialogue, with no score. It's just a shot, and it's absolutely beautiful. But guys, give it a like, subscribe. Thanks for being a subscriber if you already are. Get in the comments, let me know what you think of this movie. The origin story for Superman's parents. Just joking. But guys, let me know. I'm interested to hear.